Hi there, you might remember me from the presentation skills training course. My name's Adrian, just as a reminder, a freelance trainer. I had some feedback from the course, which was awesome because that's how we grow. That's how we grow as trainers, that's how we grow as learners, and that's also how you get more information. So in the feedback, somebody said, and this wasn't just in the last session, this was, I've heard it mentioned a couple of times, was but we don't know how to put a presentation together. We don't know how to use Word, Microsoft Word, if you like, not Word, PowerPoint. So this video is about how to put a PowerPoint together. So when I'm working through it, it's a good idea to have a split screen. So it's a good idea to have me on one side showing you the bits and the bobs, or you can watch the video, pause, go over to PowerPoint, and then have a little play and all that sort of stuff. It's about putting anything together. This is not a thing that you're going to deliver. It's just about putting a PowerPoint together, and it's the basics. I don't want to scare anybody away. And you've seen my PowerPoint slides. I don't use many. They're very easy to put together. I'm going to show you a little bit of animation, just a very, very easy sort of animation. I'm going to show you how to put a picture on there. I'm going to show you how to put a video on there. And we'll probably put together now 4 slides just as an example, just so that I can show you the basic functions of PowerPoint. So get yourself a cup of tea. Pause now, get yourself a cup of tea. This video will probably be around 30, 40 minutes. Work along with me. Pause it when you need to, make your notes, whatever it is you need to do, but create some slides of anything. Okay. So one of the things that I talked about in the presentation skills was for you to be prepared. So it's that preparation that is absolutely key. And I do it with post-it notes. So if you're doing a Fred talk for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, you're doing a toolbox talk, you're doing a presentation to the senior leadership team, or you're doing a full day training course. It doesn't make any difference what you're doing. Plan it. I use my board. I get post-it notes. I put the title of every single part of like the morning session, if you like. So my morning session tends to be 9 till 10:30. That's very standard. 10:30 till 10:45. That's the break. 10:45 to 12. That is then the second session. 12:30 till 12 till 12:30. That's lunch. See what I mean? So it follows a process. So on the morning session, I've got 90 minutes. I've got 90 minutes to fill. So the first thing that I'm going to put there is a welcome and introductions. Welcome introductions on a standard type of training course, 15 minutes. I will then go into usually a creative thinking activity that takes 25 minutes. So now I'm starting to work out that I've used, what have I used? 30, 40 minutes. Now I'm starting to work out the timings. So I already know how long it's going to take that. Then there's the creative thinking activity, let's say the management skills. Then I'm going to go into what makes a great manager. And that's the rest of the time, because I don't want to rush it. I want people to come across with, okay, that makes a great manager, like you did in the presentation skills when we did the emotional intelligence activity. So we'll do that and we'll spread it out so that you get the point. These are the characteristics of a positive manager that generates those feelings. Those are the actions that are created in the team, just like we did in the training course. Cool. So preparation is key. What has to go in there? What must go in this presentation? Not what should go in it, what could go in it, but what must go in this presentation. And then if there's not enough to fill the time, you can start to add the coulds and the woulds if you like, but it has to contain that must. Start with the end in mind. The presentation skills, when I was putting it together, my brief, if you like, was we'll do some emotional intelligence. We're going to do some communication as far as with respect to colors, and also presenting to a team of people. We're going to put a presentation together, or just show you the basics of putting a presentation together, and then doing one. You remember you did a presentation at the beginning and a presentation at the end. Every single person changed during that day. So the nervous ones, they weren't as nervous at the end of the day. The ones at the end of the day were more structured. There was more of a point to it. So what I want you to do, like some of you guys were doing the what is it, the how to make the best cup of tea. Some of you did the tool that I gave you. So it was vote. It was that voting for the world leader, and it was all to do with assumptions and communication. So it takes it back to that. So I had the end in mind. What do I want? I want the perfect cup of tea. That's the end in mind. How do I get that? Work to, hang on. work to the front, and that's how you put a presentation together. All right, preparation, cool. I'm going to show you one of my presentations. This is a customer service presentation that I am delivering next week. You will see that this slide here is in 3 parts. So we've got the picture, we've got the title, and then we've got this white space. This one here is my standard sort of a picture. This is the fire exit. This is when we're having a break, blah, 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 blah. I copy and paste this onto every single presentation. So I don't have to do it again. Don't have to do that one again, because if I'm using this slide, I just copy and paste it. Exactly the same with that. In this presentation, there's 31 slides. So not many. And this is an all-dayer. So we've got that one, that one, that one, and that one. That's 4. Then we've got the break one, 5, the lunch one, 6, and then we've got the afternoon break one, that's 7. So from 31, take away 7, I haven't got a lot of slides. So think about when you're putting your preparation together on your A board, on your sort of A1 board, your flip chart board, think about what slides you need. In a little bit later on, so this one here, this one is a 45-minute activity that takes us straight up to 10:30, the first break. That's going to cover 3 post-it notes, I think, 2 or 3 post-it notes. So there's 1 slide. So it doesn't have to be 1 slide per post-it note, as long as you get that that sort of point. Picture says 1,000 words. So use your pictures. If you can use a picture of you, your own picture, then that's brilliant. If you've got stock photos from your company, then that's awesome. If not, there are some. I'm going to show you where to find some. You can also use Pexels, P-E-X-I-L-S, or Pixabay, P-I-X-A-B-A-Y. Just put that into the search engine and it'll come up Pexels. Get past the adverts and it'll come up Pexels and Pixabay. They've got free stock photos on there. Now, some of the ones that you think, oh, I really want that one, then you might have to pay for it. But there are some decent free ones. But if you can use your own, these are obviously not my own, because you need permission from the people that are on the picture. So this is a stock photo that I've used, and I'm sure that was on Pexels or Pixabay. So pictures are great. This one here, like I said, it's 45-minute activity, and it sits on the wall for 45 minutes. It's just displayed on the wall, the back shot, for 45 minutes, so everybody knows who are your customers. At the end, there is a video. So I'm going to show you also how to put, there's a video on here. You can see the play button there. I'm going to show you how to put a video on. Very good. So let's just stop that. And I want to share a different one, a new one. So I want you to open up PowerPoint now. And this is what you'll see. Now you can either do it in the search at the bottom in your PC, so you put in PowerPoint in there and it should come up. If you don't know how to find it, or you need to go and find someone to show you where you can find it on your PC, and then this is what comes up. This is a new slide, a new presentation. There's nothing in there. So I just want to get rid of this. Move my picture. Just want to get rid of this designer for now. And I want to explain all of these top bits. So it's a little bit like Microsoft Word. So we've got home here. So put that there. So I can paste in there. I can cut and copy off Word. I'm not going to, because I'm not going to use a lot of information in here. But that's just what those are. You're mainly going to use this. So this is the new slide. You'll also see that in this tab here. This is the new slide, and these are the slides, the type of slides that you can add into your presentation. Remember, this is just a basic look at PowerPoint. Let's have a look. So you can put my name in here. You can highlight that by clicking your left hand mouse button, dragging it across and highlighting that, and then you can make it bold, you can make it italics. You can underline it if you want. I don't tend to use underlining. You can make it shadow. Again, I don't tend to use that. Quite like that. Might have to leave that. You can change the font. So you can go down to here and you can change it into any font that you want to. You can choose your size. So if it's a title, I usually use 36. This is in the top, I'll show you in a bit, but this is 36 normally. And then my text is usually around about 24. And then I use Calibri Light. It's just one that I like. So you can change all of this sort of stuff. When you're putting this together, just remember, it's about the information that you're covering. It's about learning happens around the table. It's not about having this all singing, all dancing PowerPoint presentation that takes any information or any sort of attention away from the information that you're trying to get. So simple is brilliant. So if you want to move that, you can use these. You can move it back to the middle. You can put it on as a bullet point. Move it to the end. You can. Where is it gone? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now, I think. I don't use any of those. So if we go to insert, we can insert a new slide here, which is what I've just sort of showed you. We can insert a table. As you see, you can put a table in there. You can insert a picture. So from your device or stock image or online pictures, a snapshot, if you like, photo album, Cameo, don't know what that is, shapes and icons. I'm going to show you an icon in a mo. I don't tend to use any of these. Draw, don't use that. Let's just have a quick look. No, don't use that. Design. Now, these are the designs. I mean, you can click on that one. It's like, oh, that's really put me off because this is doing my head in. You know, if there's that one there, it's like, I'm just looking at the tiger now thinking I really want to go on holiday. So it's detracted away from the presentation. If you're going to use something that's blank or plainer, if you like. Let's just back click to where we were. This is a personal choice. I use standard. I don't use widescreen. This one here is in widescreen at the moment. If you're using a widescreen TV, then absolutely brilliant. I always use standard, ensure the fit out of personal preference. I use my projector, so it doesn't make any difference, but I just prefer to work in this format. It's just a matter of taste. So that's the design. Don't use transition. Animations, I'm going to show you a little bit about animations in a mo. Slideshow, we'll be using these two here so that we can view the work that we've done. Record, review, view, and help. We're not going to look at any of those. Cool. So that's the basic sort of stuff that you can use with PowerPoint. So what we're going to do is we'll just click on home. We'll go to this new slide, and you do this at the same time as well. And we're going to put in one of these slides here. So I want to get rid of this. So I'm going to right click on my mouse and I'm going to go to cut. I don't know why I went all the way down there. And then what we'll put on there is customer service. Let's say this is customer service. I then want to put a picture in here. Now I haven't got a picture of a customer because they won't allow me to put the picture on there, for example. Some have agreed, which is absolutely fine, but I just wanted to show you this. So if you click stock images here in this slide, the pictures come up. So then you can kind of have a look at all of these different ones. There's some science ones, maybe those are relevant to you guys. And then we'll scroll down here. Are there any decent ones? Oh, that one. We use that one, eh? We're teaching doctors. And that'll download, and then that'll click into that box. And then what should happen is this will pop up. So now you can then start thinking, well, actually, I like that design. And I actually use this one a lot. So this format where you can see the whole picture and then that one over the picture, I tend to use that quite a lot, which is, I think it's quite cool. So let's put another slide in. So we go to insert or home. Got a new slide here. Let's put in, so let's do a welcome slide. So we'll put welcome. So this is what you want to say to them. Say hi to the person next to you. And then you're going to ask them to introduce to the group. Now I want more sort of a little bit more information in this one, but I don't want to do reams and reams and stuff. So I'm just going to click this tab here and this will move it to the right. And then I want them to tell us their name, where they're from, how long service, how long have they worked for the company? Favorite holiday destination is always a favorite one of mine. Favorite holiday. And you can see it appearing here on the left-hand side, look. Then what we're going to do, we're going to put, oh, hang on, let's just go back to the, by clicking that one, and then turn phones off. Turn phones off. Boom, there you go. But you look at that and it's a bit boring. So if we go to, let's say, slideshow, click the slideshow tab there from the beginning. So we're gonna start the slideshow from the beginning. There we go. So this is the one from the beginning, and then you can either, if you have a clicker like I have that I carry around the presentation room, which is awesome because I like to move around, or if you're sitting at your desk presenting or at a table, then you can click the right hand arrow on your left hand arrow, right hand arrow on your keyboard, or you can just click your mouse and that'll go to the next slide. And it is just a little bit too white. So get out of here by ending show. So what we want, I also want a little bit of space between these. So I'll click enter there. I'll move that down one, but that's too much. So go to home. Let's go to 8. There are other ways of doing this. I'm not trying to teach anyone to suck eggs. That's a little bit too, that's probably a little bit better. And then I want to put in a phone icon. Oh, sorry. So we'll just make a space there and we'll go to insert. We'll go to icons. I don't tend to use these. So let's go for phone. We'll type that in there, see what happens. There we are. That one will do. So we'll click that, insert it. All right, calm down. We'll move that to there. You can see it's there, still a little bit white. So what's designer? I like that. I don't like that because I don't want a huge phone. I don't want the phone as the focal point. I want this as the focal point. So I'm going to click that. And I always tend to use blue. So we're going to leave that. And now you can see, we'll go back. So let's go to slideshow. We'll look from this slide. If you want the current slide, we'll click that one. And there we have it. So that's what your learners are going to see on the wall. Maybe that could go up a little bit more. Right click on your mouse, end show. Let's just put that up there. That's now moved. So you go to slideshow, you go from current slide, and that's probably a little bit better. So that's what they're seeing, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So let's get rid of that. Right click, end show. Now you've got 2 slides. Amazing. So this one, what should we do? Let's do a different slide. So we go to home, have a look at the slides. Let's put this one in. So now you've got your title. Let's put hiking in the peaks. Hiking in the peaks. Like I said, we're just making up a random presentation. So I'm going to click here. So this was stock images. This is my images. So this is pictures from my home screen. So let's go and see what we've got to choose from. Hiking pictures. Oh, there's me. We'll have that one. So double click on there and there we have it. So this is now hiking in the peaks. Excuse me. So start in Edale. Let's say what we're going to do. Walk up Jacob's Ladder. Head north. That's Edale. So I've just literally just put some random things in there, and it's about a hike in the Peak District. You can see the slide on here. Let's have a look. So we'll go to slideshow from the current slide, and that's what it is. Very, very simple to do. Now, let's just right click that, get rid of the end show, and then I'm going to put an icon in here as well. You've got me onto icons. So we'll go to insert tab at the top. We'll go to icon. Beer. I can't go to Edale and have a cocktail. That just wouldn't be right. Insert that one. I'm going to move that down to there. Now, you could, if you wanted to spread this out a little bit more, rather than using these, you could just nip up to here and then spread it out just a little bit more if you wanted to. Let's just fit the box size. So I could drag that down a little bit and it's, there you go. It's spread it a little bit, bottom of the picture type thing. Very good. So you can see the slide on the left hand here, but I actually want to talk about this. So now you can add animation. This is a very, very, very simple thing to do. You'll go to animations up there, look, and you'll click appear. You'll notice that all of these ones appear. So if I go to the slideshow from the current, you've got this annoying beer thing that I've put there now, plus the title. If I click, whatever says one, the next thing will come up. So I can click my arrow on my mouse and up it all comes. But actually, I don't want it all to come up. So let's get rid of the end show. Let's move that down to where it should be, near the pub. Highlight these again. Animations, you can see that they're all one, and then come to this animation pane here. This part here, click down, start on click, and now you can see that they've all changed. So that's the first time you click an arrow, this one will appear. Second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. Let's have a look. Slideshow from current slide. Still got the annoying beer thing there. Doesn't make a lot of sense at the moment. Click one, click two. And let's go back arrow. So start in Edale. So here I could be now saying, okay, well, we start in Edale. It costs £6 for an all-day ticket. There is a mobile app that you can use, but there's no signal. So your mobile doesn't work. So it's a little bit pointless. But hey, I don't work for the council. So now we're sort of having a little bit of a chat about starting in Edale. Once you come out the car park, so go to where the signboard is, between the toilet and the signboard, go down the steps, turn right, head all the way up to Edale, past the school and to the pub. Opposite the pub on the left-hand side, you will see a gate with a picture on the gate carved into wood. You go through there because that's the start of the Pennine Way. Next slide. You continue towards Jacob's Ladder. Make sure that you get the right valley. You've got to go up and then down through the farm and then up the track, which is that picture of me there, and then up to Jacob's Ladder. That'll take you 90 minutes from Edale Car Park. Next slide. Then you want to get your compass out and head north. See what I mean? So you can do it like this, just so that you can then talk about each different part of whatever it is that you're presenting. Let's end show. Now then, this bit here, annoying. Highlight it. Animations appear. There could be any of these. You see what happens there? Look, weird. This one, very strange. If that floats your boat and it works for you, then go for it. I just use appear. I don't use anything else. Now this is graphic number 8. Look, I don't want to click it. I want it to come on at the same time as stopping at the pub. So all I do is click this arrow here. I mean, it could be this one here, or it could be this one here. Click that one there, and then start with previous. Now you can see the number's gone here, and it's also gone here. It's the same number. So again, let's just have a look at the slideshow. So we go down there, we're explaining the route, and then you stop at the pub, and there it is. And that's how you get the icon and the wording to appear at the same time, rather than it just being on the on there. So you can also, let's just end show, click to right on the mouse and show. You can also do the same with a picture if you want to. So you can go to animations and you can make it appear, and you can make that appear with this is going to be 8. So this is after the pint pot. But if you want to, you really, I mean, you could drag that up there and put it after the first one. So now it's changed to number 2. So you start in Edale. Let's have a look. We're now getting, I wanted to keep it even simpler than this. But if we go to slideshow from current, and then you click that, where you start in Edale, and this is me, blah, 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 and then away you go. So just try to keep it as simple as you can. One more slide. So we go to home. we get the slide. Which one should we have? We'll have this one here. We're going to put on a video. So this is a video. Again, I'm going on to my desktop. What I'll do, that'll fill that gap there. And then this one's called Blue Oceans and Marketing. So if I go back to the beginning, let's go to slideshow, start it from the beginning. There we have it. Click the right button. We go through the, oh, that's the picture still stayed where it was. We go through the through there, and then we get to this this film. So you can click right again and it'll start. There we go. As if by magic, there's me making a video, watching me on a video. How weird is that? So you can use your buttons, and then that's easily to press. And I use my little clicker thing, as you've seen me. Just get rid of that picture. As you've seen me walking around the room with it. So that is how really you put, and these can move. You know, if I don't like it there, I'm going to move it there. I don't want that there. I want that there. If you made a mistake, just go back, just like you would in Word, and that's it. And that's really how you put a presentation together. I'm going to leave a function on this page at the bottom where you can make some comments, so you can actually ask a few questions. I can't answer them straight away, but I'll get an email sort of notifying me that there's a question, and if I can answer it, I'll answer it, or I can add on a little bit of an extra video for you to get a little bit more sort of understanding. Right, let's just talk about presenting to the group. So we're going to present from the beginning. If you hover over here when you're setting up your presentation, and I take an hour to set up so I'm nice and calm when they start, if I right click here and go down to show presenter view, now we've got the first slide, we've got the second slide. So now I know what's coming up. So I don't really, I mean, sometimes when you do it, that might be like that big, but I don't want to see that. I can see that on the wall behind me. So I usually have that covered up, and this one so that I can see what's coming up. So I can say, right, okay, we're going to talk about customer service today. I will give them the hook. We're going to talk about how to go the extra mile with customers and how you can generate more money, whatever it is that we're going to do. Let me have a slurp. So I'm talking about the hook of customer service. Then we're going to go straight into the welcome. I know what's coming, no surprises, and away we go. Very good. A lot of people, they put too much information on the slides. Let's just end slideshow. Let's go to the bottom of here and move that up. This is where you put your notes. So, welcome group, the hook, my room, my rules. So if you remember, I met every single one of you at the door. I shook your hand. I said, my name is Adrian. I crossed you off the sheet. That there is saying this is my room, my rules. Even though it's your business and I'm a visitor, you're coming into my room. They are my rules. Top tip for presenters. Go on to here. So in pairs. Or play music. Sometimes you came into the training room when we were doing the presentation skills, and I had music going on. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that. So this one here, hiking in the peaks, talk through slide. Just remember, it's £6 for car park. That is not good. There's no signal. This one here, press play, just in case I forget, because, you know, I might. So let's go to slideshow again. We'll go from the beginning, and there we have it. So right click, go on to presenter view, and there are the notes that I've just added. So I know that this slide here, I need to welcome this group, I need to give them the hook, and I need, you know, my room, my rules. So that should be at the top really with the welcome the group. So let's go to the next slide. In pairs, talk, play music. talk through slide, £6 for car park. App is not good. Oh, I've got to go through it all. And then there's a press play just to remind me. End show. It's as simple as that. What I want to show you now is if you print it. So if you go through the printing function where you press Control on your keyboard and then P, and then it'll come up with the there we are somewhere. So you can print all of the slides if you want to, which I think is a bit pointless and a waste of ink and a waste of your time. But if you go here where this is the full page slide, so you go here and then notes, now all of a sudden you have whatever the first slide is plus your notes down here. So you don't have to put them on the slide. So if you are at a desk, if you are walking around, although do be careful, because if you've got a white sheet of paper and you're nervous, that is going to sort of fly like a white flag. So be very careful. But you can use a clipboard. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's a good thing to do, you know, and then hang on. There you go. So there's all your notes on the on there if you don't want to read them for the screen. And what I suggest you do, and I've said this to quite a lot of people, and then obviously you all cringe when I say it, is video yourself. Video yourself doing your Fred talk, video yourself doing your toolbox talk, video yourself doing your training sessions. It's bit by bit, if you like. I'm doing a 1 hour power session on time management. And I've videoed it and it's an hour long. I've now got that stored on my PC. I can watch it and I can see where I'm saying the erms. I can see where my knowledge is not good because the erms are there to fill the gap. I can see how I'm coming across as a presentation. Do I need to sit down? Do I need to stand up? What do I need to do? So I'm even though I've done thousands of presentations, I still work through that process, and I guarantee that you will improve your presentations if you follow it. Awesome. Let's just go back to this notes page again and click here. And then that one there, the 3 slides. Then on the 3 sides, you've now got these lines here. So this is for the learners. You give this for their notes. So when we're talking through, let's say this one here or this one here, it's like, okay, I'm talking to this chap called Adrian. What did I say? He's from Chesterfield in Derbyshire. How long's he served? Well, he doesn't work here because he's a freelance trainer. He's been doing it for probably about 20 years, but his company, Ultimate Leadership Training, started in 1919. Favorite holiday destination and why? God, there's so many. Cuba was awesome because I love political history. So now the learner can make the notes down the side here, and they can take it away. They can put the holes in there, clip the holes, put it into a file. Really good thing to do. Very good. We don't want to print it. I think what spurred this video on and what spurred this, let's just go to from the beginning again. So what spurred this on was somebody said, can we have some tips like pressing B? So if I'm on here and I'm talking and I want the focus on me, so we're on the beginning slide, and I'm on me, then I just press B. And then what happens is the slide disappears. You press B again, the slide comes back. So if we're sort of talking here and then somebody said, oh yeah, but you know, I've got a really important, oh, no, can I ask you a question about the phones? Yeah, no worries, go, what can I do? Now your focus is on them and their focus is on you, all of the whole team, because the whole team might be able to benefit from that question. And then when you go back to it, you just press B again. If you've got one of those clickers that I use, then you've got right, left, and you've also got the bottom button is usually the B that switches it off just like that, which is a cool thing to do. And it helps it flow. It helps that presentation flow. So I'm hoping that that's helped. It is the basics. Obviously, there's Google, so you can go and you can have a look at other bits. There are people that have timed all their slides. So when they're talking, another slide will reappear in the background. I've never bothered with that because I just sort of have my handheld clicker, a couple of quid from Amazon, I think it was. Or you just click it on your arrow on the keyboard. So I've never really gone into that. And the slides that I'm putting together, they've worked for years and years and years, but it's not death by PowerPoint. And it's having the different mediums on there. You've got writing, you've got pictures, you've got video, not tons. I might in one session, I think coaching. So when I'm delivering coaching, I think I've got 2 videos in there. I won't have more than 2 videos. The customer service one, I've got 2 videos on there. One's a little bit of a spinny thing, so it's a little bit of a head mindset activity, not a video, but a moving thing. And then there's a video after that. So you don't pepper it with, it's a little bit like cooking. If you put too much pepper in, then you've ruined the dish. But if you put a little bit in, it enhances the dish. But it's exactly the same as pictures. It's exactly the same with text, and it's exactly the same with videos. So I'm hoping that that's helped. If I've forgotten anything and you think, hang on a minute, you've forgotten that little bit, how do we save it? Press save on the top. I'm going to show you now. Then I don't have to do another video. So which one were we on? We were on that one. So if you wanted to save the video, I go to save as here, file, save as, and then you can browse it. I'm going to put it in, I don't know, my desktop. I'm going to put it customer service training, and then I'm going to save it. Yeah. But if there's something that you think, hang on a minute, I just don't get that, have a look at relook at the video, have a look at PowerPoint. Maybe someone in your workplace can help you. If not, put the question in the comments down below, and then I'll answer it when I get to it. But don't expect it to be instant. I'll get around to it as soon as I can, because obviously I'm out and about training quite a lot. Awesome. All right. Well, hopefully that's helped. Good luck with your presentations, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.